If you need more listings, you need to have more conversations with people who own homes or properties and they're thinking about selling. So where do you find these people? That's what I'm going to share today, is where to find more listing leads. Obviously, you can pay money and buy a list. There's lots of things like PropStream, RedX, LandVoice, where you can pay and get data. Absolutely, that's one route you can take. But today I want to focus on the free ways that you can find more listing opportunities for your business. The first way is really just a mindset shift around your open houses. A lot of agents are hosting open houses and they're only really focused and looking for buyers. We find what we're looking for. So if you're not even thinking about sellers or listings and you're really focused on finding buyers, that's what you're going to find. If you're really focused on connecting with other homeowners, it's going to shift your strategy and you're going to find more listing opportunities. Well, how do we do that? The first thing I always recommend when you schedule an open house is to get out and talk to the neighbors in that neighborhood. So you're going to door knock at least a minimum of 50 doors surrounding that open house. Perfection would be 100 plus, but if you're just nervous about your first door knocking experience, let's start with 50. You're going to invite those neighbors to your open house and let them know that if they would like to know what their home could sell for in this market, that you'd love to reconnect with them and offer them a valuation. You can schedule meetings following your open house with them, before or after, and let them know that you'll do some research and come back on Saturday after your open house and pop in, or invite them to stop by and get the valuation from you at the open house if it's not busy. So connecting with neighbors and other homeowners is absolutely crucial. And the more you do open houses and the more you seek to connect with other people who own homes and ask the right questions, the more you're going to start having these opportunities pop up. When people come into your open house, if instead of focusing only on what they're looking for and the house you're showing, ask them questions like, oh, so do you guys have a home? Do you live in the neighborhood? Do you have a home to sell? When you do make your purchase, ask different questions and you'll get different answers. That's what I always say. So that's number one. The second way is to look up for sale by owners. You can find these on places like Zillow and you don't have to pay for the data. You can find them on forsalebybowner.com, or you can find them by driving around and pulling in when you see a for sale by owner sign. For sale by owners are not scary monsters. They own their home, they want to sell, they've put a sign up, it's just not yours, and they just think that they're going to save money by not using you. It's rarely true, and you can show them studies like the National Association of Realtors, and it says that they actually net less money on a for sale by owner sale than if they were to list with an agent. The only thing about for sale by owners is that you have to be willing to come alongside them on their journey and add value and hope that if they need a plan B, that you're the one that they choose. The more for sale by owners you talk to, the more you're going to learn that they're not scary monsters and the more opportunities you're going to create. Some of them are going to sell. Some of them maybe have someone that they've already planned to list with, but some of them will list with you eventually. They say on average a for sale by owner from the time they put it up for sale to the time they list with an agent is roughly 45 days. So you have to have a plan for follow-up and stay connected with them and add value until they're ready. And then lastly, don't ignore the lists you already have. All of the open house leads, the sphere leads that you have, the people sitting in your database, past clients who bought with you in the past, or even sign calls and buyer leads that have come in over time and are just sitting in your CRM. Remember, buyer leads could be seller leads. So just because they came in as a buyer lead doesn't mean they don't have a house to sell. In fact, in our area, and you can look this up from your area, in our area, 67% of people are actually homeowners. So that means, in my mind, that 67% roughly of the buyer leads in our CRM are actually also seller leads. So again, if you never ask the question, of course you're not not uncovering that. If you're only focusing on what they're looking for and the property that they inquired about, it's no wonder you're not turning over listing opportunities. So ask different questions, get different answers, and remember, every lead generation lever you're working right now to find buyers, if you just add that question, hey, do you have any properties you're going to be selling in the next few years? Add that question to all of your conversations. I promise you, you're going to uncover more listing opportunities without spending a dime. I'm Jacqueline Smith. I hope this was helpful for you. Let me know if you get a listing because of this video. Go take some action and let me know if there's ever anything I can do to support you.